Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today my video is all about how I get ready for therapy and psychiatry appointments. I hope you enjoy it. If you've ever wondered what questions I ask myself or what I prepare for ahead of time, this video is for you. The first half I talk about therapy, and you can even follow along with me if you'd like to. And then the second part I talk about what I do for psychiatry, which is pretty similar, but I ask myself a bit of different questions. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey everybody, I'm going to walk you through how I get ready for therapy appointments because it's a bit of a process, but also it's not difficult. It just has a couple steps in it. The first thing I do is I find in my notebook when my last appointment was. And after I do that, I write that on my new page, and I get a new page for every time I have an appointment, whether that's group or individual or like self-sessions, sometimes I call them. I write my therapist's name so I know what kind of session this was, and I'll write the date. And the first thing I'll write is last seen, and then I'll read through what the problems were in 217, like what did I bring to the table, if you will. And also I encourage you, I think I'm going to set this up like do it with me, like sit down and do it with me. So right now you're reading your notes. All right. Once I do that, I look at what has happened since that appointment. So it might help if you're a journaling person to go and look at your journal. If you're someone who puts stuff on their calendar, it may help to go look at your calendar. So I usually do like a week view. All right, so give an overview. I'll go back one more time, see what I'm forgetting. Oh, here I even wrote a note. Prep for therapy looks like collect anything big over the last week or month. That includes any episodes, med changes, or life changes. Or all three. Haha. Collect info from the last week in general. And then review last session's notes and bring any updates. And then bring anything specific. Write anything specific you might be interested in conversing about. So for me, I'm going to write... Sometimes I do ponderings about like diagnosis and other types of ponderings. So right now I'm having a pondering about seasonal affective disorder and how the winter time might affect me. So usually by this point I've written down a few things. By the time I get into my session, I sit there and I say, okay, here's like a little walkthrough, and then usually I'm like off to the races. Like I've already found something to talk about. Hope this helped give you an idea of what types of things I like to think about and prepare before therapy. Hey guys, I have a psychiatry appointment this morning, and I thought I'd bring you along with me. It's to get ready for psychiatry, which generally means they manage your medications, write how you've been in general, if you've had any episodes of whatever it is you're trying to treat, and write what you want your next steps to be, and write what you have questions on. My goal is not to be on the meds that I was just put on. I will ask if we can meet again, and if at that time things are going okay, see if I can wean off. Abilify, which is an antipsychotic, can be used at a really low dose to support depression meds. All right, should I say anti-depression meds. So I started on that, 2.5 milligrams. But what happens with Abilify for some people is there's this side effect of restlessness. And for me, that feels a lot like anxiety and just not being able to do anything, but pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth at home or in my office. So we added another drug for that. And then now you see what happens with medication. I have a blog post that I wrote a couple years ago. That was all of the meds I tried. It was like 10. But like, that's what it's like. It's like throwing, what is the phrase? Throwing a dart at the wall. Whatever the phrase is, that like, it's an art, not a science. It's basically a free-for-all. Psychiatrists will choose your medicine based on what has worked for some people, yet it might not work for depression or treatment-resistant depression. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not already subscribed to my email newsletter, you could consider doing that with the link in my description, as well as checking out my website, which is ucnormal.com, or following me on Instagram, which is at ucnormal. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye. Don't be normal. Is that good? Is that a good ending? Don't be normal.